bro. You're about to be in 2K22. Like, oh my God, you're about to put.
You're going to be playing with your My Player in the park.
Oh, for sure.
And you have a chance to get that.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for De'Aaron Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Klay Thompson is out there with Fox. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Okafor, and it's Simons in at the 4. And for the Grizzlies, we've got Antetokounmpo, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Hardaway. Then it's Johnson, and it's Holmes in at center.
And so invaluable to your offense to have somebody like Klay Thompson spacing the floor.
I've said it, and I keep saying it. The most underrated player in the league. Shooting 42% from beyond the arc for his career now. But what's amazing is in 8 full years, he's never shot below 40 from 3 in one single season. And he'll lock you down on D. Few players, if any, can claim that. Oh, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
Fox against Brogdon. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Over Okafor. Here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Fox, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
How do you not love Fox? I mean, he's a crafty point guard who possesses some real power.
Memphis with the ball. Brogdon outside. Johnson, the pass to Holmes. Fox with the steal. The Grizzlies pull it in. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
Going against a conference opponent, one that outplayed them head-to-head last season, a chance for payback.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Here's Simons. A 24-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. To the middle. Here's Okafor.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Portland shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he makes both free throws. 24 seconds left to play here in the first. Giannis outside. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Pass to Holmes. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 4th assist in this one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Memphis out in front, up 4. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally, I just want to...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Johnson is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Holmes in at the 5.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Down low, here's Simons. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here's Antetokounmpo. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game, and Hardaway gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Fox against Brogdon. Fox is double. Pass to Okafor. Fox against Brogdon. Shoots it. Rebounded by Holmes.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now, here's Brogdon. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Okafor with the steal. Thompson surveying the floor. Okafor with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Antetokounmpo against Okafor. Second chance shot, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
And that's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen, not at this level.
Here's Simons, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on his team.
Now, here's Brogdon. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. Another shot. He lays it in. Brogdon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
And this is how confident Brogdon is in his scoring ability. Able to get it done from everywhere. And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Fox, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Johnson with it. Picked up by Harris. The pass to Holmes. Shoots from 8. The rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. And Fox gets it to go.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. And Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow. Giannis has got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Fox kicks to Harris. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Nice shot by Thompson.
And this is Thompson's calling card, a lethal three-point shooter with unlimited range.
And here's Giannis from outside. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
For these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were never able to get the lead above 4.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Nice game, great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. They've got Joe Harris. Klay Thompson is out there with Fox. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Simons in at the 4-man position. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Johnson, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And the Grizzlies lead by 11. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Out to Thompson. Fox against Brogdon. Thompson inside the line. Off the left rim and out. Memphis leading by 11. Brogdon outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. They're all too common. Basketball one-on-one. The shot goes up, put a body on someone.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Okafor comes in with the double team. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard gives him an advantage in matchups, lets him finish over smaller defenders as well.
1:41 left here in the third quarter. Holmes against Okafor. To stop the run. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Greg, with Brogdon and his size, it allows flexibility on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes switching on the pick and roll easier with him at top. There isn't a lot of flash to how Brogdon plays on the floor, but you can't deny how impactful he is in all facets.
Outside Hardaway. Passes to Holmes. And here is Brogdon, 4 on the shot clock. Hardaway from outside. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Thompson against Hardaway. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Clock at 6. Outside, Fox. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Harris against Giannis. Out to Hardaway. Launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 6 assists in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies finishing the quarter up by a... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Hardaway. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Johnson, and it's Holmes in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Brogdon against Fox. Pass to Giannis. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Hardaway for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Inside, here's Fox. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Well, I love the rugged ferocity Fox plays with. I mean, he's fantastic at finding ways to convert through intense defense.
Fox against Brogdon. Holmes down low. Giannis dishes to Johnson. To the inside. Here's Brogdon. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Brogdon's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Fox kicks to Thompson. Pass to Okafor. Takes it from 10. And the rejection by Holmes. Now the pass to Johnson. Down low. And to Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set, and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Walton, the pass to Collins. Now here's Walton. And the rejection by Giannis.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Memphis.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Collins, and no good, trying to use the glass. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Passes it to Conjo. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.